When you close your eyes at night and drift into sleep, it feels like your brain shuts down, almost as if the lights of consciousness are being switched off. But that picture is far from reality. In truth, your brain never truly rests. Deep within it, there is a hidden part that continues to work tirelessly even while the rest of you lies motionless in bed. Without it, you wouldn't wake up refreshed, you wouldn't dream, and in fact, you might not even wake up at all. Scientists used to believe that sleep was simply a passive state, a period where the brain shut down to conserve energy. But advances in neuroscience revealed something astonishing. Sleep is one of the most dynamic, complex states your body experiences, and the brain is at the center of it. At the core of this activity is the thalamus, a walnut-sized structure that sits deep in your brain, acting like a switchboard operator for nearly every signal that passes between the outside world and your inner mind. Even while you sleep, the thalamus does not go silent. Instead, it changes its function. During wakefulness, it channels sights, sounds, and sensations to your cortex, where they are processed into conscious experiences. But once you fall asleep, it filters those same signals, quieting your awareness of the external world while still relaying select information inward. That is why a loud crash can jolt you awake, yet the hum of a fan becomes background noise. Your thalamus decides what makes it through. This hidden part of your brain is also deeply involved in dreaming. When you enter REM sleep, the thalamus reactivates pathways that deliver sensory information to the cortex, almost as if your eyes were still open and your ears still listening. The cortex, deprived of real input, begins to weave vivid stories from fragments of memory and imagination. In other words, the thalamus provides the spark that turns scattered brain activity into the full-blown experience of dreams. But that's not all. Research has shown that the thalamus helps organize the brain's nightly housekeeping routines. While you rest, your brain cells shrink slightly, allowing cerebrospinal fluid to wash away metabolic waste. The thalamus helps coordinate the deep, rhythmic waves of activity that make this cleansing possible. Without it, toxins like beta amyloid would accumulate unchecked, potentially leading to the kinds of damage seen in neurodegenerative disorders. Perhaps most importantly, the thalamus guards the fragile balance between unconsciousness and wakefulness. Tiny clusters of neurons within it send out electrical pulses that ripple through the cortex, maintaining the state of sleep. When morning comes, those same networks shift gears, reopening the gates of sensory input, and you awaken to the world around you. In that sense, your thalamus is not just active during sleep, it is the very reason sleep and wakefulness can exist at all. The story of the thalamus is a reminder that sleep is not a simple shutting down, but a carefully orchestrated performance. Your body may be still, your breathing slow, and your muscles paralyzed in REM, but your brain is conducting an elaborate symphony behind the scenes. Dreams, memory consolidation, toxin removal, and the readiness to wake at a moment's notice, all of it hinges on the work of this hidden structure. Yet, the thalamus is only one piece of a much larger puzzle. As scientists studied the sleeping brain, they found that it works in carefully layered cycles, each with a role in preserving life and shaping who we are. During light sleep, the thalamus helps initiate sleep spindles, bursts of electrical activity that shield you from disturbances while strengthening memory pathways. These spindles, often lasting only a second, are like little sparks of learning, silently welding yesterday's experiences into long-term storage. Without them, much of what you learned during the day would fade into nothing. In the deeper stages of non-REM sleep, the thalamus collaborates with the cortex to produce slow-wave oscillations, immense tidal patterns of brain activity that ripple across neural networks. These waves act like a metronome, guiding the brain's cleansing rhythms while also allowing neurons to recover from the constant firing of daytime wakefulness. Think of them as nature's reset button, giving your mind the strength to face another day. During REM sleep, however, the thalamus undergoes yet another transformation. It reopens channels that simulate sensory input, even though your body is motionless. Your cortex receives signals as if you were awake, but because they are internally generated, your mind creates entire worlds, filled with colors, voices, and stories. These dreams can range from terrifying nightmares to the most comforting and inspiring visions. Neuroscientists believe that through this surreal theater, the brain processes emotional conflicts, rehearses potential future scenarios, and integrates lessons that logic alone could not grasp. Without the thalamus feeding these inputs, dreams would be nothing more than scattered sparks, never coalescing into the narratives we so vividly remember. And while dreams entertain and mystify us, the thalamus ensures that sleep itself remains safe. Imagine if every sound or flicker of light instantly woke you. Sleep would be impossible, and your health would collapse within days. The thalamus filters out distractions, only breaking its silence when necessary, protecting the vulnerable state of unconsciousness. It is your guardian through the night, letting you rest without losing touch with survival. The importance of this structure becomes even clearer when it is damaged. Patients with injuries or disorders affecting the thalamus often struggle with sleep-wake regulation. Some cannot fall asleep properly, while others cannot sustain restful slumber. In rare cases, damage leads to a condition where people drift in and out of consciousness unpredictably, highlighting just how vital this hidden hub truly is. Without its signals, the rhythm of life itself begins to disintegrate. What makes the thalamus even more fascinating is its role in memory and learning. Studies show that people deprived of quality sleep, especially sleep containing healthy thalamic activity, struggle to focus, recall, and process new information. Students pulling all-nighters might force knowledge into their brains temporarily, but without the thalamus guiding sleep spindles and slow waves, much of that information slips away by morning. Sleep, therefore, is not wasted time. It is the very mechanism that transforms fleeting experiences into lasting wisdom. Another overlooked role of the thalamus during sleep involves emotional regulation. Your daily life fills you with stress, anxiety, joy, and fear. Left unprocessed, these emotions could overwhelm your mental balance. During certain phases of sleep, the thalamus helps channel emotional memories to networks in the cortex and limbic system, allowing the brain to reframe, soften, or reinforce them. That is why you often feel calmer after a good night's sleep. Your brain has been silently working through your troubles, with the thalamus as a conductor. In recent years, scientists began using advanced imaging techniques to map these nighttime thalamic activities in incredible detail. They discovered patterns so precise they resemble fingerprints, unique to each individual. The timing and intensity of your thalamic rhythms could, in the future, help doctors diagnose sleep disorders, predict cognitive decline, or even tailor treatments for mental health challenges. All of this points to a remarkable truth. Sleep is not an escape from reality but an extension of it, orchestrated by the thalamus. Even in the deepest darkness of night, this hidden structure is awake, filtering danger, sculpting memories, cleansing toxins, regulating emotions, and crafting the dreamscapes that make us human. The thalamus works behind the curtain, unseen yet essential, proving that even when you sleep, parts of your brain are more alive than ever. So the next time you wake from a night of deep rest, remember that your brain was not idle. While you slept, the thalamus was quietly at work, filtering reality, shaping dreams, and preserving the delicate machinery of your mind. Sleep may feel like silence, but inside your skull, the hidden part of your brain was wide awake all along, guiding every moment until you opened your eyes once more.